The cold stars shone brightly outside the small spaceship, drifting quietly through the endless black of space. Inside the ship, Alex sat alone, staring at the blinking lights on his control panel. The hum of the engines was the only sound in the cabin. It was just another ordinary day in his life, or so he thought. Alex was a space traveler, a man who moved from one planet to another, doing small jobs and delivering goods in this far part of the galaxy. He liked his quiet life, away from crowded cities and noisy people. He enjoyed the silence and peace of space. But today was different. Suddenly, the ship's door hissed open with a soft sound. Alex looked up, surprised. No one was supposed to visit him. He stood up and walked slowly to the door. A strange figure stood there, a girl, but not like any girl Alex had ever seen. She was tall and slim, but with a strong look. Her skin was pale and smooth, but parts of her arms and legs were covered with shiny metal. Her eyes glowed softly with a blue light, and her hair was silver, falling in sharp lines around her face. She looked both human and machine at the same time. She was a cyborg. Alex took a step back, unsure what to say. Who are you?" he asked carefully. The girl smiled, but there was something serious in her smile. "My name is Lyra," she said softly. "I am your wife." Alex's heart stopped for a moment. "What?" he said, blinking in disbelief. "I'm sorry, but you must be wrong. I don't know you." "We have never met." Lyra's glowing eyes did not move away from his face. "You remember nothing?" she said gently. "But I remember everything." Alex shook his head. "This must be a mistake. Maybe you came to the wrong ship." Lyra stepped inside slowly, her metal joints moving quietly. "No mistake," she said. "I came to find you. You are in danger." Alex's confusion grew. Danger? From who? And why? "Look," he said, raising his hands. "I don't know anything about you. Please, explain." Lyra sat down opposite him. "Long ago, we were together on a mission. You and I, but something happened, and your memory was erased. That is why you do not remember me." Alex stared at her. He did not believe her, but there was something in her voice that made him listen. Lyra continued. "We worked for the United Space Alliance. Our mission was to protect a secret technology that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. Many want to take it from us." Alex felt a cold shiver run down his spine. This was new and strange to him. He did not know what to think. "Why?" "Do you say I am your husband?" Alex asked. "We never met, and you say we were together?" Lyra looked down for a moment, then back up. "I was created to be your partner, part human, part machine. We were joined by a bond stronger than words, a bond of trust and love. I am your wife, not by choice, but by design." Alex could not understand. "Created? Design? What do you mean?" "Long ago, when the enemy attacked our people, I was made to protect you and the mission. My body is enhanced with the best technology. My mind is connected to yours, but your memories were hidden." Alex took a deep breath. "Why now? Why come to me after so long?" Lyra's eyes flickered. "Because the danger is near. They have found you. They want to take you and the secret you carry." Alex looked around nervously. Who wants to hurt me?" Lyra shook her head. "I cannot say yet, but you must trust me." Alex wanted to trust her, but his mind was full of questions. How could this girl be his wife? Why did he not remember anything? What was the secret? Suddenly, Lyra's body emitted a soft beep. She raised her hand and touched her forehead. "Sensors detect." "A strange signal nearby," she said. "Someone is tracking us." Alex's eyes widened. "We need to hide. Fast." Lyra nodded. "I will help you. We are stronger together." Alex rushed to the control panel. He flipped switches and pressed buttons. The spaceship's engines hummed louder. The ship moved swiftly into a dark asteroid field nearby. Lyra's eyes scanned the instruments. "They are close," she said. "Prepare yourself." Alex gripped the controls tightly. His heart raced. He did not know who the enemy was, but he knew this was serious. Suddenly, the ship shook violently. A bright light flashed on the radar. "They are attacking," Alex shouted. Lyra stood up. Her metal limbs moved with speed and grace. She walked to the door and opened a hidden panel on her arm. A small energy weapon appeared. Alex stared in surprise. "You're armed?" Lyra smiled faintly. "Was made for this." Outside, space fighters appeared, firing laser beams at the ship. Alex dodged the attacks, while Lyra fired back with precise shots. The battle was fierce. Alex felt fear, but also a strange excitement. For the first time in years, he felt alive. Lyra turned to him. "We can win if we work together." Alex nodded. "Then let's fight." The ship moved skillfully through the asteroids. Lyra's shots found their targets. The enemy fighters started to retreat. After a tense moment, the attackers disappeared into the dark void. Alex sighed in relief. "That was close." Lyra smiled. "Too close. They will come back." Alex looked at her. "I don't know who you are or what this mission is, but I can't let them take me. I want to know the truth." Lyra's eyes glowed softly. "I will help you find it." The strange visitor, the alien cyborg girl, sat beside Alex once more. The silence returned, but now it was filled with questions and mystery. Alex looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there was the answer. Somewhere was the truth about his past and about Lyra, the girl who said she was his wife. The journey had just begun. After the fierce battle with the space fighters, Alex sat quietly in the cockpit, still trying to understand everything that had happened. Lyra sat beside him, her glowing blue eyes watching his face carefully. The hum of the spaceship was soft. Now, but inside Alex's mind, confusion and questions swirled like a storm. "How can I believe you?" Alex asked, breaking the silence. "You say you are my wife? You say we were on a mission together? But I don't remember any of it." Lyra looked down for a moment, her silver hair catching the dim light. "Your memories were hidden. Someone erased them, or maybe you chose to forget. But your mind remembers in other ways: feelings, flashes, dreams." Alex shook his head slowly. "I don't feel anything. Nothing." Lyra reached out and gently took his hand. Her metal fingers felt cold, but comforting. "Let me help you. I can unlock your memories." Alex looked at her hand for a moment, then back into her glowing eyes. There was no lie there, only truth and hope. "Okay," he said quietly. "Try." Lyra placed her palm against his temple. Soft light shone from her fingers, and Alex closed his eyes. At first, nothing happened. Then suddenly his mind was filled with pictures and sounds, quick, sharp, and confusing. He saw flashes of another place, a strange planet covered in blue forests and silver rivers. He saw himself wearing a uniform, standing next to Lyra, who was fighting beside him with her powerful cyborg arms. Then, a loud explosion and darkness. Alex gasped and opened his eyes. He was sweating. "What was that?" Lyra smiled softly. "Your mind is waking up." Alex looked at her with new eyes. "I think I remember a little." Lyra nodded. "Good, but your memories are still locked away by a barrier. I will try again, but it will take time." Alex rubbed his forehead. "Why did you say you are my wife? What does that mean?" Lyra's expression turned serious. "On our mission. We were bonded not just as partners, but by a special connection. My cyborg parts linked to your brain. We share thoughts, feelings, even dreams. That bond makes me your wife." Alex was silent for a moment. The idea was strange, almost unbelievable. But deep inside, he felt a small warmth, a feeling of trust he could not explain. Suddenly, an alarm beeped sharply. Lyra jumped up and ran to the control panel. "Warning! Another ship is approaching fast." Alex grabbed his weapon from the side. Again, they never stop. Lyra's eyes glowed brighter. "They are not just after you. They want me to." Alex prepared for battle, but Lyra stopped him. "No, this time we must hide." She pressed a series of buttons, and the ship's lights dimmed. The vessel shifted to a stealth mode, becoming almost invisible to radar. Alex looked out the window. A massive dark ship loomed behind a nearby asteroid, scanning for them. "They are hunters," Lyra whispered. "They chase anyone who has the Secret technology. Alex frowned. Secret technology? What's secret? Lyra took a deep breath. A weapon. A power source hidden inside your body. Alex's eyes widened. Inside me? How? Explained. When you were created like Mew, were implanted with a special code. That code can unlock the weapon, but only you have the key. Alex's mind raced. Created? Implanted? What do you mean? I thought I was human. Lyra hesitated. You are more than human now. The mission made you a hybrid, part human, part alien. Your memories were hidden to protect you. Alex tried to stand, but his knees shook. This is too much. Lyra helped him sit again. I know, but you must accept it. Your life is not ordinary anymore. Alex looked at the stars, feeling small and lost. Why me? Why was I made like this? Lyra smiled sadly. Because you are special. You're this last hope to save many worlds. Alex shook his head slowly. I don't feel like a hero. Lyra's hand touched his cheek gently. You will, and you remember everything. Suddenly the ship shook violently. A message flashed on the screen. Incoming transmission.
Lyra
Looked at the screen and gasped. It's from the United Space Alliance. Alex sat up. What do they want? Lyra pressed a button. A hologram of a stern-looking man appeared. You must listen carefully.
why were we're Grywan Wygor, why I agree will white with we will gather we were I will why or what I grab to grow why look by
Your memories are the key to stopping a war. Trust no one. They will try to capture you. Protect the code at all costs. The hologram disappeared. Alex looked at Lyra. This is bigger than I thought. Lyra nodded.
Yeah.
Yes, and time is running out. Alex took a deep breath. Do we do now? Lyra smiled, a new fire in her eyes. We run, we hide, and we find the truth. Alex stood up, feeling a new strength inside. He looked at Lyra, the alien cyborg girl who claimed to be his wife. Together? Lyra took his hand firmly. Together. The ship sped away into the darkness, chasing answers and fighting shadows of a forgotten past. Asterisk. The stars outside blurred into long streaks as the spaceship raced through space. Inside the cabin, Alex's hands gripped the controls tightly. His heart pounded hard in his chest. He glanced over at Lyra, who sat calmly beside him, her glowing blue eyes scanning every screen. Do they know where we are? Alex asked. Lyra shook her head. Not yet. But they will find us soon. Alex swallowed his fear. How long do we have? Not much, Lyra said. Their trackers are strong. We must stay ahead. Alex looked around, thinking fast. Where can we hide in this part of space? Lyra tapped a few buttons and brought up a star map. There's an asteroid belt nearby, thick and dangerous. We can try to lose them there. Alex nodded. Okay, let's go. The ship turned sharply, diving toward the dense cluster of floating rocks. Outside the window, massive, gray asteroids drifted silently, casting shadows in the dim light. Lyra's voice was calm but firm. Be ready. The enemy will not give up easily. Alex swallowed hard. I'm ready. Suddenly, the ship jolted violently. A warning beep rang through the cabin. They found us, Lyra said. Alex's eyes darted to the radar. Several small ships were closing in fast, weaving between the asteroids with deadly speed. Space pirates? Alex asked. Lyra's face hardened.
Oh.
No. These are hunters. Professional and deadly. They work for someone powerful who wants the secret inside you. Alex took a deep breath. Then we fight. Lyra smiled faintly. You run first. Then we fight if we must. Alex pushed the throttle forward. The ship dodged around a huge asteroid. The enemy ships followed closely, firing bright laser beams. Alex's fingers flew over the controls as he tried to outmaneuver the attackers. Lyra reached into her suit and pulled out a small device. I will use this. Alex looked at the strange gadget in her hand. It glowed with a soft purple light. What does it do? He asked. It sends out a pulse. It can disable electronic systems in a small area, useful to stop their ships from chasing us. Alex nodded. Use it. Lyra pressed a button. A wave of energy pulsed out into space. Outside, one of the enemy ships flickered and lost power. It spun out of control and crashed into an asteroid. Alex smiled briefly. Nice shot. But the others closed in even faster. Alex and Lyra moved the ship skillfully through the rocks. The tension inside the cabin was thick. Suddenly, the ship's lights flickered. Alex's heart skipped. What now? Lyra's eyes widened. They used an EMP pulse. Our systems are shutting down. The engines stuttered and slowed. Alex struggled with the controls. We're losing power. Lyra stood up quickly. I will go to the engine room and try to fix it. Alex grabbed a weapon and followed her down the narrow corridor. The engine room was dim and filled with humming machines. Lyra's cyborg hands moved quickly over the panels. Alex watched her. She was calm and focused, her metal fingers glowing softly as she worked. After a few tense minutes, the engines roared back to life. We're back online, Lyra said, smiling. Alex nodded, feeling relief flood through him. Suddenly a loud noise echoed through the ship, a warning alarm. They boarded us, Lyra shouted. Alex aimed his weapon toward the door. The door hissed open, and two masked figures stepped inside. Alex fired quickly. One attacker fell, but the other dodged and charged at him. Lyra jumped between them and fought with incredible strength. Her cyborg arms moved faster than Alex could see. She threw the attacker across the room with a heavy punch. Alex caught his breath. Who were they? Lyra looked grim. Hunters sent by the enemy. They want you and me, the secret inside you. Alex felt a cold fear settle over him. We can't stay here, Lyra said. We must leave the ship and find a safe place. Alex nodded. Where? Lyra pointed to the map. There's a hidden base on a nearby moon. Abandoned but secure. Alex looked at the stars outside the window. Then let's go. They prepared to land on the rocky moon. The ship descended carefully through a dusty atmosphere as they landed. Alex looked out and saw the dark surface covered in craters and jagged rocks. They stepped outside. The air was thin but breathable. The moon was quiet, too quiet. Lyra held her weapon ready. Stay alert. They moved toward an old structure, metal building half buried in rock and dust. Inside, it was cold and empty, but Lyra's sensors picked up something. There's power here, she said. We can use this base to hide. Alex nodded, feeling hope for the first time. They set up defenses and rested for a moment. Alex looked at Lyra. Why do they want me so badly? Lyra's face was serious. 'Cause you carry a code. That code can unlock the power to change everything in the galaxy. Many want it for their own gain. Alex swallowed. And if they get it? Lyra's eyes darkened. Will mean war and destruction. Alex looked out at the stars, feeling the weight of his new reality. Suddenly, the silence was broken by a soft beep. Lyra checked her device. Sensors detect movement outside. Alex grabbed his weapon. We're not alone. The door burst open, and shadowy figures entered. Alex and Lyra fought bravely. The fight was fierce and fast. Lyra used her cyborg strength to throw attackers aside. Alex shot carefully and protected her. but there were too many. Just as they were about to be overwhelmed, loud explosion shook the building. The attackers stopped and looked toward the entrance. A group of armed soldiers appeared, friends or allies. They fought off the attackers and secured the base. Alex fell to his knees, exhausted. One soldier approached. "You're safe now," Lyra smiled. "For now." Alex looked at her, feeling something deeper than fear or confusion. "Who are you really?" he asked. Lyra's eyes softened. "I am your protector, your wife, and the key to your past." Alex closed his eyes, trying to hold on to the new memories, the new hope. He knew the chase had just begun. The base was quiet now. Sounds of battle had faded, replaced by a heavy silence that filled the cold metal walls. Alex sat on a metal crate, his hands trembling slightly. He looked up at Lyra, who stood nearby, her glowing eyes watching him closely. "You need to know everything," Lyra said softly. "The truth about us, the mission, and why your memories were taken." Alex nodded slowly. He was tired, confused, and scared. But something inside him told him to listen. Lyra took a deep breath and began. "Many years ago, before you lost your memories, you were part of something much bigger than yourself. You were a soldier of the United Space Alliance, chosen for a secret mission." Alex frowned. "I was a soldier. I don't remember any of it." Lyra's voice grew firmer. "Your memories were erased to protect you. The mission was dangerous and your mind had to forget for your safety." Alex's eyes searched hers. "What was the mission?" Lyra's metal fingers brushed a small device on her wrist. "You and I were tasked with guarding a powerful technology and energy source that could change the fate of the galaxy." Alex's breath caught. "Energy source? What kind?" Lyra's eyes glowed brighter. "It is called the core crystal. It holds unimaginable power. It can fuel planets, power weapons, or even destroy entire worlds." Alex's heart pounded. "Who wants it?" Lyra's face darkened. "Many. The enemy who attacked us during our mission wants the core crystal. They will stop at nothing to take it." Alex's mind raced. "And I have the key." Lyra nodded. "Inside your body is a genetic coda sequence that can unlock the core crystal's power. That is why you were turned into a hybrid, part human and part alien." Alex shook his head in disbelief. "Why me? Why was I changed?" Voice softened. "Because you were strong, brave, and loyal. They needed someone who could carry the code safely, someone who could protect it." Alex looked down at his hands. "But I don't feel special. I don't feel like a hero." Lyra stepped closer. "You don't have to feel like one now. You will become one." Suddenly, the base's communication system beeped loudly. Lyra checked. The screen. "It's the Alliance command." Alex stood up. "Put them through." A hologram of a tall man with a stern face appeared. "Alex," the man said, "we have confirmed the enemy is closing in on your location. We can send reinforcements, but you must move quickly." Alex nodded. "What should we do? Just protect the core crystal code inside you at all costs? If you lose it, the galaxy could fall into chaos." Alex looked at Lyra, then back at the hologram. "We understand." The hologram faded. Alex turned to Lyra. "What about my past?" "Is there more?" Lyra hesitated, then said, "There is something else. Something you must face." Alex's eyes narrowed. "Tell me." Lyra's voice grew quiet. "Before your memories were erased, you made a choice. A choice to protect not just the core crystal, but me." Alex blinked. You, Lyra, nodded. "I was created to be your partner, your protector, and your wife. But I am more than that. I am connected to the core crystal. Without me, the code inside you cannot be unlocked." Alex took a deep breath. "So we need each other." Lyra smiled softly. "Yes, together, we are stronger." Alex looked at her, feeling a strange warmth. "Then we have a long journey ahead." Lyra's eyes flickered. "And many dangers." The base's alarms blared loudly. Alex and Lyra rushed to the control panel. "Enemy ships detected," Lyra said urgently. "They're coming." Alex gripped his weapon. "We must fight." Lyra activated her armor. the metal parts glowing brighter. The base shook as explosions hit its outer walls. Alex took a deep breath. Let's do this. They moved to the entrance, ready for battle. Outside, the enemy forces advanced. There, ships and soldiers moving with deadly precision. Alex and Lyra fought side by side, their movements perfectly coordinated. Lyra's cyborg strength smashed through barriers, while Alex's quick reflexes kept them alive. The fight was fierce, but they held their ground as the battle raged. Alex's mind flashed with memories, faces, voices, moments of courage and pain. He realized that though his past was hidden, his heart still remembered the mission. With renewed strength, Alex pushed forward. Lyra's voice was calm but strong. We can win this. Alex nodded. For the galaxy. For us. Together, they faced the enemy, ready to protect the secret that could change everything. Asterisk. The battle at the base was over, but the war inside Alex's heart had just begun. He looked around at the quiet, empty halls, still echoing with the sounds of fight and fear. Lyra stood nearby, her glowing eyes scanning every shadow. We thought we were safe, Alex said, his voice low. But now I feel like danger is closer than ever. Lyra nodded. Yes, and the worst danger is not always from outside. Alex frowned. What do you mean? Lyra's eyes darkened. Someone we trusted has turned against us. Someone from our own side. Alex's heart skipped. Who? Lyra hesitated. I can't say for sure yet, but I sensed it during the fight. Someone helped the enemy. Alex clenched his fists. Betrayal. Lyra walked slowly to the control panel. We must find out who. Alex looked at her, confused and worried. How? Lyra touched the panel, pulling up security footage from the base. They watched the screens. Soldiers and allies moved through the halls, fighting bravely. But then a shadow appeared, someone sneaking behind them, opening a door, letting enemy soldiers inside. Alex leaned forward. Who is that? Lyra's eyes narrowed. I don't know his name, but I recognize his face from before. Alex studied the figure. Wait, ... That's Commander Talon. Lyra's voice was sharp. Yes, he was supposed to protect us. Alexis. Blood ran cold. Why would he do this? Lyra shook her head. I don't know, but he must have a reason. Maybe greed, fear, or something worse. Alex stood up. We need to stop him. Lyra nodded. But first we need to prepare. He is dangerous. Alex paced the room. All this time I thought I could trust everyone, but now... Lyra placed a hand on his shoulder. You can trust me. Alex looked into her glowing eyes. I want to believe that. Suddenly, a message came through the communication system. Alex, this is Commander Talon, a cold voice said. Alex froze. Talon, do not trust Lyra, Talon warned. She is not what she seems. Lex looked at Lyra, searching her. Face? Is this true? Lyra's eyes flashed. No, he is lying. Alex's mind was torn. Why is he doing this? Talon continued. The core crystal belongs to me. You and Lyra are fools if you think you can stop me. The line went dead. Alex sat down heavily. He's serious. Lyra's voice was firm. He wants the code inside you. He will do anything to get it. Alex looked at her. But why betray us? We are all on the same side. Lyra sighed. Power can change people. Fear can make them cruel. Alex clenched his fists. We have to fight him. Lyra nodded. Yes, but this fight will test everything we have. Days passed as Alex and Lyra prepared. They trained, repaired their weapons, made plans. Alex's memories started returning slowly, moments of loyalty, friendship, and trust. But now those memories felt broken by betrayal. One night, Alex looked out at the stars and whispered, How did it come to this? Lyra joined him silently. Sometimes the greatest enemy is the one who stands closest. Alex turned to her. I won't let Talon win. Lyra smiled softly. Together, we are stronger. The next morning, alarms blared. The base shook as enemy forces attacked again, but this time, Talon led them. Alex and Lyra fought fiercely, their bond stronger than ever. But during the battle, Talon confronted Alex face to face. "You are weak," Talon sneered. "Give me the code and I will spare your life." Alex stood tall. "I will never give it to you." Talon raised his weapon. "Then you will die." Lyra stepped between them. "Not today." The burst of strength, she attacked Talon. Throwing him back, Alex took the chance to disable the enemy's weapons. The battle ended with Talon retreating, defeated but not destroyed. Lyra, breathing hard. "We survived." Lyra smiled. For now. Alex knew the fight was far from over, but he also knew one thing: trust and loyalty were their greatest weapons, and together, they would face whatever came next. The air in the hidden base was thick with tension. Alex stood at the control panel, his eyes sharp and alert. Lyra moved silently beside him, her metal limbs humming softly as she prepared their weapons and defenses. Outside, the stars glimmered. Coldly, but Alex knew the enemy's shadow was closing in. "We don't have much time," Lyra said, her voice calm but serious. "Talon has gathered a fleet. He wants the core crystal code inside you, and he won't stop until he gets it." Alex clenched his fists. "We fought so much already, but this is the end." Lyra nodded. "Yes, this is the final battle." Alex looked at her glowing eyes, seeing the determination shining there. "Are you ready?" Lyra smiled faintly. "I was built for this." The alarm suddenly blared loud and sharp. The base shook with the force of nearby explosions. "They're here," Alex said, his voice steady, despite the fear inside. Lyra moved to the window. Outside, dozens of enemy ships swarmed through space, firing bright laser beams that cut through the dark. Alex gripped his weapon tightly. "Let's show them what we're made of." The battle began with a thunderous roar. The base's defense turrets sprang to life, shooting down enemy fighters one by one. But the enemy was too many. Alex and Lyra rushed through the corridors, preparing traps and setting up energy shields. Every moment was precious. Suddenly, a squad of enemy soldiers broke through the entrance. Alex raised his weapon and fired. The fight was close and brutal. Lyra used her cyborg strength to smash through enemies, her movements faster than any humans. Alex covered her, taking down attackers with precise shots. Despite their skill, the enemy pressed forward, pushing them back step by step. Alex's heart pounded. "We can't hold them forever." Lyra nodded. "We need to reach the control room and activate the core crystal's protection system." Alex nodded. "Let's go."
Us.
They dashed through the base, dodging gunfire and collapsing walls.
Us.
The enemy was everywhere. At last they reached the control room. Alex ran to the main console, fingers flying over the buttons. Lyra guarded the door, fighting off soldiers trying to break in. Alex activated the system. A bright light filled the room as the core crystal's energy surged through the base. "Protection activated," Alex said, breathing hard. Outside, the enemy ships faltered, their weapons failing as the energy shield expanded. But then, a chilling voice echoed through the base. "Impressive," Talon said, stepping into the control room with a group of elite guards. But not enough. Alex stood tall, ready for the final fight. Talon smirked. "Give me the code, Alex, or die trying." Alex raised his weapon. "I won't let you have it." Lyra stepped forward, her cyborg arms glowing. "You're finished, Talon." The final battle began. Talon and his guards attacked fiercely, but Alex and Lyra fought with unmatched strength and skill. The room shook as weapons fired and bodies clashed. Alex dodged a powerful blow from Talon and countered with a quick strike. Lyra disabled 2 guards with lightning speed. Despite the odds, Alex and Lyra stood their ground. Talon growled in frustration. "You cannot win." Alex smiled grimly. "We already have." With a coordinated attack, Alex and Lyra overwhelmed Talon and his guards. Talon fell to the floor, defeated but alive. Alex looked down at him. This ends now. Lyra activated the base's lockdown. He will be held here until the Alliance arrives. Alex breathed deeply, relief washing over him. We did it. Lyra smiled softly, as the mission is complete. Alex looked at her, feeling a new strength inside. Thank you for saving me. For standing by me. Lyra's eyes glowed warmly. We'll always be by your side. The base grew quiet again, but Alex knew their journey was not over. He looked out at the stars, ready for whatever the future held. Together, they had fought darkness and won. The battle was over. The enemy was defeated, and the core crystal's power was safe for now. But as the quiet settled over the hidden base, Alex felt a strange mix of relief and uncertainty. He looked around at the cold metal walls, at the glowing panels and silent weapons. So much had changed in such a short time. He was no longer the simple space traveler who drifted through the stars alone. He was a protector, a hybrid with a secret power inside him. And beside him was Lyra, the alien cyborg girl who claimed to be his wife. Alex sighed and leaned against the control panel.
Oh.
What happens now? He asked softly. Lyra stepped closer, her glowing eyes warm in the dim light. Now we build a new life. Together. Alex smiled faintly. Together, he repeated. For the first time in a long time, he felt hope. Days turned into weeks as Alex and Lyra repaired the base and sent messages to the United Space Alliance. Reinforcements arrived, and the secret of the core crystal was safe under watchful eyes. But more than that, Alex and Lyra began to understand each other. Lyra taught Alex about her cyborg parts, how they worked, how they helped her feel and fight. She showed him the hidden memories she carried, memories of their mission, the galaxy in danger, and of the bond they shared. Alex, in turn, shared stories of his human past, the small joys, the quiet moments, and the dreams he had before. Everything changed. Their days were filled with learning and laughter. With quiet talks under the stars and fierce training sessions, they were partners in every sense, linked by more than technology, by trust, friendship, and something deeper. One evening, as they sat outside watching a distant nebula glow, Alex looked at Lyra and said, I never thought I'd find someone like you, someone who understands me, even when I don't understand myself. Lyra smiled softly. You're not alone anymore. Alex reached out and took her hand, the cold metal mixed with warm skin. They sat together in silence, the universe stretching endlessly around them. But peace was not guaranteed. A new message arrived, a warning from the Alliance. The galaxy is still dangerous, Lyra said, reading the report. There are those who want the core crystal's power. We must remain vigilant. Alex nodded. Then we keep fighting, but on our own terms. Together, they planned missions to protect other worlds, to stop those who sought to use the core crystal for harm. They became legend, symbols of hope and strength. But more than that, they became family. One day, as they prepared to leave the base for a new mission, Alex looked at Lyra and said, Are you ready for whatever comes next? Lyra's eyes glowed bright. With you, I am ready for anything. Alex smiled and took her hand as their ship lifted off. Heading into the unknown, Alex felt a new purpose, stronger than any weapon, deeper than any code inside him. He was no longer just a man or a machine. He was both, and with Lyra by his side, he was unstoppable. The stars awaited, and so did their new beginning.